Your debit card just got declined at the grocery store. You check your account. You have $400 sitting there. The card gets declined again. This isn't a glitch. Your bank is blocking money that shows up in your balance. Right now, there's probably money in your account you can't actually spend, and your bank calls this normal. The number you see when you check your balance isn't real. Banks show you one number but spend from a different one. They call the first number your total balance. The second number, the one that actually matters, is your available balance. The gap between these two numbers is money the bank has locked away from you, sometimes for 10 days, sometimes longer. Here's what's actually happening. You fill up your tank at a gas station on Monday. Swipe your card. Approved. The pump says $38. You drive away. Your bank just locked $75 of your money. Not 38, 75. The gas station gets their 38 eventually, but your other $37 sits in banking jail for up to 7 days. This is called an authorization hold, and it's everywhere. Gas stations do it. Hotels do it worse. Rental car companies do it worst. Even restaurants are doing it now. Every swipe can trigger a hold that's bigger than what you actually spent. Way bigger. The mechanics work like this. You swipe your card. The merchant's system asks your bank, can this person spend money here? Your bank says yes by locking funds. But the merchant doesn't know yet how much you'll actually spend. So they guess high. Really high. The gas station holds $75 or $100 because someone might fill up an RV. The hotel holds your room rate plus $50 per day for incidentals you might never charge. Your bank freezes all of it immediately. Then nothing happens. The actual charge doesn't post for days. The gas station batches all their transactions at midnight. Hotels wait until you check out. Rental cars wait until you return the vehicle. During all this waiting, your money just sits there, locked. You can't spend it. Nobody can spend it. It's in limbo. Your bank will tell you this protects you from overdrafts. That's half true. It protects them from covering charges when you don't have money. But it also means they're blocking your access to your own funds based on charges that haven't even happened yet. Based on amounts that aren't real. The worst part is how these holds stack. You get gas Monday, that's $75 held. Book a hotel Tuesday for a weekend trip, that's $300 held. Rent a car Wednesday, that's another $300 held. You now have $675 locked up. Your account shows $900 total balance. Your available balance is $225. Try to buy $100 of groceries Thursday, and your card declines. You're looking at your phone confused because you can see the $900 right there. Banks are not required to show you these holds clearly. Most apps don't list them separately. Some show pending transactions, but those numbers don't match the hold amounts. You see the pending $38 gas charge and assume that's what's locked. It's not. The full $75 is locked, but only $38 shows up as pending. The other $37 just vanishes from your available balance with no explanation. Here's the number that makes this criminal. These holds can legally last up to 30 days for certain merchants. Car rentals are the worst. You return the car, they inspect it, they process the paperwork, they finally charge your card the actual amount, and only then does your bank release the hold. If you rented a car for 3 days but they held $500 and took 9 days to process the final charge, your $500 was locked for 12 days total. Hotels run the same scheme. Check-in Friday, they hold your total stay plus $50 per night. You check out Sunday, the hold doesn't release until Tuesday or Wednesday. You just gave the hotel an interest-free loan of your own money for 5 days after you stopped being their customer. Some banks have started showing a third number now, total balance, available balance, and holds, but it's buried in submenus, and even when you find it, the holds list doesn't always show the full amount. The gas station hold might appear as the final charge amount of $38, even though $75 is still locked. The reason this happens comes down to how card networks actually work. When you swipe, your bank doesn't talk directly to the merchant. The transaction goes through Visa or MasterCard's network. The merchant's bank asks your bank for approval. Your bank checks if you have funds and immediately locks an amount. But your bank doesn't control when the merchant finalizes the charge. They also don't control the hold amount. The merchant requests that. Gas stations request $100 because their pumps are old and can't do real-time authorizations for the exact amount. It's cheaper for them to request a big hold than upgrade their pump software. Hotels request holds that cover your entire stay plus extras because they don't want to process multiple charges. Rental companies hold enough to cover potential damage because they check the car after you leave. Every one of these businesses has a legitimate reason. Your bank has a legitimate reason for honoring the holds. But you're the one who loses access to money that's yours. Nobody reimburses you for the overdraft fee you get, because a hold you didn't know about pushed you negative when your rent check posted. Nobody pays you interest on the money that sat locked while they sorted their paperwork. The holds release when one of two things happens. Either the actual charge posts and your bank releases the difference, or the hold expires. Hold expiration timelines are set by card networks. For most purchases, holds expire after 3 days if no charge posts. For hotels and car rentals, 7 days. For some specific merchant categories, 30 days. But here's the gap. Your bank can choose to release holds faster. They're just not required to. Some banks release gas station holds within 24 hours once the real charge posts. Others take the full 7 days. Your bank probably takes the full time because holds serve another purpose. They reduce the bank's risk. When money is held, you can't overdraft against it. If your account hits zero available balance, the bank can decline your transaction instead of covering it and charging you $35 in fees. Except that's not quite true either. Banks still choose whether to approve or decline transactions when you're at zero. The hold system doesn't stop overdrafts. It just gives banks more control over when they happen and to whom. There's a subset of holds that's even more invisible. Authorization holds on recurring payments. You sign up for a streaming service trial. They place a $1 hold to verify your card. That dollar sits locked for 3 days, even though they never charge it. You try to cancel your trial on day 2, the hold is still there. Some merchant systems place these verification holds and never clear them properly. They just expire eventually. The practical damage shows up in 2 places. First, low-balance customers get hit constantly. If you're living paycheck to paycheck with $300 in your account until Friday, 1 hotel hold or 2 gas station holds can make your card unusable for days. You have money, but you can't access it. Second, these holds cause overdrafts indirectly. You check your balance Tuesday morning, see $400, know you have a $200 automatic payment Wednesday. You spend $150 on Tuesday on groceries and gas. Wednesday, your payment bounces because Tuesday's gas station still has $75 locked, Tuesday's grocery store has their hold pending, and your available balance was actually $175, not $400. Your rent check bounces. $35 fee, plus whatever your landlord charges. Banks could fix this in about 6 ways. They could show available balance as the default number instead of total balance. They could list every hold with its full amount and release date in the main transaction view. They could release holds within 24 hours when the real charge posts. They could decline authorization requests that are wildly higher than the likely final charge. They could warn you when a transaction will trigger a hold. They could let you manually release holds on completed transactions. They do none of this. A few online banks have started showing holds more clearly. Some credit unions release holds faster than the network minimum, but most major banks show you the number they know you'll spend beyond and wait for you to figure it out. The telling comparison is credit cards. Use a credit card at the same gas station, they still place a hold. But it's a hold against your credit limit, not your actual money. The hold releases when the real charge posts, usually within 2 days. Same merchant, same network, faster resolution. Because holds on credit cards cost the bank nothing. Holds on debit cards are your money sitting frozen. What you can actually do about this is limited but real. First, stop using your debit card at gas stations, hotels, and rental car companies if you have literally any other option. Use a credit card if you have one. The holds still happen, but they don't block your money. If you don't have a credit card, pay inside at gas stations with your debit card and tell them the exact amount. That creates a specific authorization instead of a hold. Second, switch to a bank that shows holds clearly and releases them fast. Online banks are better at this than legacy banks. Check your current bank's app right now. Go find where holds are listed. If you can't find that screen in under 30 seconds, your bank is hiding them on purpose. Third, keep a buffer. If you maintain your mental balance at $100 below your actual available balance, holds hurt less. This doesn't solve the problem, but it stops the surprise declines. Fourth, dispute wrongful overdrafts immediately. If you got charged an overdraft fee because a hold you couldn't see pushed you negative, call and escalate. Many banks will refund 1 or 2 fees per year just to shut you up. Document the hold timeline with screenshots. The system works this way because it benefits everyone except you. Merchants get guaranteed funds. Card networks get transaction fees. Banks get reduced risk and overdraft revenue. You get a declining card at the grocery store while your banking app tells you everything is fine. Check your account right now. Look at your total balance. Now find your available balance. That gap is money you can't use. Money the bank locked based on charges that might not even be real yet. That gap is the actual cost of using a debit card in a system designed to hold your money hostage while everyone else sorts out their paperwork. If you want to see how bad your specific bank is at this, watch what happens next time you fill up your tank. Note the hold amount, note the final charge, and count the days until your available balance shows the difference. That's your bank showing you exactly how much they value your access to your own money. We make these videos because personal finance is deliberately confusing, and somebody should just tell you how it actually works. Subscribe if that sounds useful.